do you obey? All my brothers 10 toes down in this, the gang. Mess around and find out this Christian don't play. Get out the way, I got road rage. My agenda's off. Put your caps on. Get your cap on. Get your cap on. Better pay for your time. The games. I'm a Christian, but don't test me. I don't play. I heard that you believe in him. Do you obey? All my brothers 10 toes down in this, the gang. Mess around and find out this Christian don't play. The gangs. I'm a Christian, but don't test me. I don't play. I heard that you believe in him. Do you obey? All my brothers 10 toes down in this, the gang. Mess around and find out this Christian don't play. Hola. Bonus deers. Hey, Seesaw's back on the mod account. Nice audition video. That's the first time you saw that? Oh, I guess you don't. You might not be on X like that. You don't be on X like that. All right. Did we I think so. Working our way through Jeremiah. I got a new type of creatine. It's like flavorless and much less powder. The other one had a big old scoop. This one has a tiny little scoop. But I doubled up on it. Look at this. Upload Labs. Upload Labs. What is Upload Labs? I don't got no time for the games. I'm a Christian, but don't test me. I don't play. I heard that you believe in him. Do you obey? All my brothers 10 toes down in this, the gang. Mess around to find out this Christian don't play. It lapsed while uploading. What does that mean? What'd that mean? Okay. We're Jeremiah's almost gonna die today. But he's not. Spoiler alert. He's gonna be tried. But he's gonna get out of prison. I think. If I remember correctly. And Babylon is coming. 70 years of captivity is about to begin. So that's what we're getting into today. So this is about the 7 years of captivity. This is chapter 25. It's a long one. So get ready. It's a long chapter. All right. I think I'm ready to go. You guys ready to go? Let me get a little more sip of water. La Mexicana Cantina Salsa. All right. Highlighter ready. Pen ready. Let's get it. I got to get a haircut. I think I'll probably do it on Tuesday. Okay. Let's get it. Chapter 25. 70 years of captivity. The word that came to Jeremiah concerning all the people of Judah in the 4th year of Jehoiakim, the son of Josiah, king of Judah, that was the 1st year of Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon. The which, why does it say the which instead of that which? The which Jeremiah the prophet spake unto all the people of Judah and to all the inhabitants of Jerusalem, saying, from the 13th year of Josiah the son of Ammon, king of Judah, even unto this day, that is the 23rd year, the word of the Lord hath come unto me, and I have spoken unto you, rising early and speaking, but ye have not hearkened. And the Lord hath sent unto you all his servants, the prophets, rising early and sending them, but ye have not hearkened, nor inclined your ear to hear. They said, turn ye again now every one from his evil way, and from the evil of your doings, and dwell in the land that the Lord hath given unto you and to your fathers forever and ever. And go not after other gods to serve them and to worship them, and provoke me not to anger with the works of your hands, and I will do you no hurt. Yet ye have not hearkened unto me, saith the Lord, and ye might provoke me to anger with the works of your hands to your own hurt. Therefore thus saith the Lord of hosts, because ye have not heard my words, behold, I will send and take all the families of the north, saith the Lord, and Nebuchadnezzar, the king of Babylon, my servant, and will bring them against this land, and against the inhabitants thereof, and against all these nations round about, and will utterly destroy them, and make them an astonishment, and an hissing, and perpetual desolations. Moreover, I will take from them the voice of mirth and the voice of gladness, the voice of the bridegroom and the voice of the bride, the sound of the millstones and the light of the candle. And this whole land shall be a desolation and an astonishment. And these nations shall serve the king of Babylon 70 years. And it shall come to pass when 70 years are accomplished, that I will punish the king of Babylon, and that nation, saith the Lord, for their iniquity, in the land of the Chaldeans, and will make it perpetual desolations. And I will bring upon that land all my words which I have pronounced against it, even all that is written in this book, which Jeremiah hath prophesied against all the nations. For many nations and great kings shall serve themselves of them also, and I will recompense them according to their deeds and according to the works of their hands, of their own hands. For thus saith the Lord God of Israel unto me, take the wine cup of this fury at my hand, and cause all the nations to whom I send thee to drink it. And they shall drink and be moved and be mad because of the sword that I will send among them. Then took I the cup at the Lord's hand, and made all the nations to drink, unto whom the Lord had sent me. To wit, Jerusalem and the cities of Judah, and the kings thereof, and the princes thereof, to make them a desolation, an astonishment, and hissing, and a curse, as it is this day. Pharaoh, king of Egypt, and his servants, and his princes, and all his people, and all the mingled people, and all the kings of the land of Uz, and all the kings of the land of the Philistines, and Ashkelon, and Azza, and Ekron, and the remnant of Ashdod. Edom and Moab, and the children of Ammon. Ammon has one M. Ammon has two. And all the kings of Tyrus, and all the kings of Zidon, and the kings of the isles which are beyond the sea, Dadon and Tema and Booz, and all that are in the utmost corners, and all the kings of Arabia, and all the kings of the mingled people that dwell in the desert, and all the kings of Zimri, and all the kings of Elam, and all the kings of the Medes, and all the kings of the north, far and near, one with another, and all the kingdoms of the world which are upon the face of the earth. And the king of Shishak shall drink after them. Therefore thou shalt say unto them, Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, Drink ye and be drunken, and spew and fall, and rise no more, because of the sword which I will send among you. And it shall be, if they refuse to take the cup at thine hand to drink, then shalt thou say unto them, Thus saith the Lord of hosts, Ye shall certainly drink. For lo, I begin to bring evil on the city, which is called by my name. And should ye be utterly unpunished, I begin to bring evil, which is called by my name. And should ye be utterly unpunished, ye shall not be unpunished. For I will call for a sword upon all the inhabitants of the earth, saith the Lord of hosts. Therefore prophesy thou against them all these words, and say unto them, The Lord shall roar from on high, and utter his voice from his holy habitation. He shall mightily roar upon his habitation. He shall give a shout as they that tread the grapes against all the inhabitants of the earth. A noise shall come, even to the ends of the earth. For the Lord hath a controversy with the nations. He will plead with all flesh. He will give them that are wicked to the sword, saith the Lord. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, Behold, evil shall go forth from nation to nation, and a great whirlwind shall be raised up from the coasts of the earth. And the slain of the Lord shall be at that day from one end of the earth even unto the other end of the earth. They shall not be lamented, neither gathered nor buried. They shall be dung upon the ground. Howl, ye shepherds, and cry, and wallow yourselves in the ashes, ye principal of the flock. For the days of your slaughter and of your dispersions are accomplished, and ye shall fall like a pleasant vessel. And the shepherd shall have no way to flee, nor the principal of the flock to escape. A voice of the cry of the shepherds, and an howling of the principal of the flock shall be heard, for the Lord hath spoiled their pasture. And the peaceable habitations are cut down because of the fierce anger of the Lord. He hath forsaken his covert as the lion, for their land is desolate because of the fierceness of the oppressor, and because of his fierce anger. Did that say when it's... So Nebuchadnezzar has now become king, and God's saying he's coming soon. Coming soon to a town near you, Nebuchadnezzar. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Into the fiery furnace they were then cast. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. I can't remember the rest of that song. I don't know. That's in Daniel, right? I'm kind of sleepy today. We might not get 10 chapters, because I'm sleepy. I'm ready for the weekend. One more day. That's that Dancy lady. We used to sing a song in like Sunday school and choir and VBS, and it was... all I remember is they say Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego into the fiery furnace, something something song cast. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. I don't know. Jeremiah threatened with death. Death! They're gonna destroy the earth. God gonna destroy the earth. Dono bar's gone? Yes. Okay, cool. Chapter 26. In the beginning of the reign of Jehoiakim, the son of Josiah, the king of Judah, came this word from the Lord, saying, Thus saith the Lord, stand in the court of the Lord's house, and speak unto all the cities of Judah which come to worship in the Lord's house. All the words that I command thee to speak unto them, diminish not a word. If so be they will hearken and turn every man from his evil way, that I may repent of the evil which I purpose to do unto them because of the evil of their doings. And thou shalt say unto them, Thus saith the Lord, if you will not hearken to me, to walk in my law which I have set before you, to hearken to the words of my servants, the prophets whom I sent unto you, both rising up early and sending them, but ye have not hearkened, then will I make this house like Shiloh, and will make this city a curse to all the nations of the earth. So the priests and the prophets and all the people heard Jeremiah speaking these words in the house of the Lord. Now it came to pass, when Jeremiah had made an end of speaking all that the Lord had commanded him to speak unto all the people, that the priests and the prophets and all the people took him, saying, Thou shalt surely die. Why hast thou prophesied in the name of the Lord, saying, This house shall be like Shiloh, and this city shall be desolate without an inhabitant? And all the people were gathered against Jeremiah in the house of the Lord. No bueno, God's not going to like that. When the princes of Judah heard these things, then they came up from the king's house unto the house of the Lord, and sat down in the entry of the new gate of the Lord's house. Then spake the priests and the prophets unto the princes and to all the people, saying, This man is worthy to die, for he hath prophesied against this city, as ye have heard with your ears. Then spake Jeremiah unto all the princes and to all the people, saying, The Lord sent me to prophesy against this house and against this city all the words that ye have heard. Therefore now amend your ways and your doings, and obey the voice of the Lord your God, and the Lord will repent him of the evil that he hath pronounced against you. As for me, behold, I am in your hand. Do with me as seemeth good, and meet unto you. But know ye for certain that if ye put me to death, ye shall surely bring innocent blood upon yourselves, and upon the city, and upon the inhabitants thereof. For of a truth the Lord hath sent me unto you to speak all these words in your ears. Friday, get down on Friday? I don't know. I don't know who Rebecca Black is. Then said the princes and all the people unto the priests and to the prophets, This man is not worthy to die, for he hath spoken to us in the name of the Lord our God. Then rose up certain of the elders of the land, and spake to all the assembly of the people, saying, Micah the Morashthite prophesied in the days of Hezekiah king of Judah, and spake to all the people of Judah, saying, Thus saith the Lord of hosts, Zion shall be plowed like a field, and Jerusalem shall become heaps, and the mountains of the house as the high places of a forest. Did Hezekiah king of Judah and all Judah put him at all to death? Did he not fear the Lord and besought the Lord? And the Lord repented him of the evil which he had pronounced against them? Thus might we procure great evil against our souls. And there was also a man that prophesied in the name of the Lord, Urijah, the son of Shemaiah of Kirjath Jearim, who prophesied against this city and against this land according to all the words of Jeremiah. And when Jehoiakim the king, with all his mighty men and all the princes, heard his words, the king sought to put him to death. But when Urijah heard it, he was afraid and fled and went into Egypt. And Jehoiakim the king sent men into Egypt, namely Elnathan the son of Achbor, and certain men with him unto Egypt. And they fetched forth Urijah out of Egypt, and brought him unto Jehoiakim the king, who slew him with the sword, and cast his dead body into the graves of the common people. Nevertheless, the hand of Ahikam, the son of Shaphan, was with Jeremiah, and they should not give him into the hand of the people to put him to death. So we got some reasonable people who are like, why are we going to kill Jeremiah? It's not like he gave us bad news and ran away and hid. He's standing right here. He's not afraid. Maybe we shouldn't kill him. Good idea. They don't make those very often. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to do 10 today, guys. I'm sleepy. It was some horrible song that trended like 15 years ago. Yeah. Well, that's why I've never heard of it. I don't listen to horrible songs. Ever. Hold on, I'm reading something. Oh my goodness. Wow. This is crazy. Holy cow. Oh, I should do it. Oh man. I don't even want to talk about that. I should do an expose on that one day. What a joke. That Morning, Craig. What up, Craig? I'm reading along with me again. Okay. Sorry, I was reading about the homeless street tai chi program that I used to like lead the tai chi for the homeless people. I wasn't the It's a nonprofit organization ran by two people, and I would like guide the tai chi. Um and I got mad because I would keep telling them like, dude, there's guys, and they would give you'd get there and they'd give you coffee and a burrito. And then if you did the whole tai chi thing, which is about 30 minutes long, they would give you $2 at the end in cash. And all the homeless people would then take their $2. They would go over to the gas station across the street and they would call up the spice guy, and they would each get a joint of spice for $2, or they'd combine their money and get a larger amount of spice and divvy it up. So then the next day when there's Tai Chi, they'd always be smoking spice. They'd be standing there, zombied out, not doing the Tai Chi. They're just standing there. If you've ever seen somebody on spice that's like,
They're like zombies. Sometimes they'd be during the Tai Chi, they'd be smoking spice joints. And I started getting mad. I'd be like, yo, he's smoking a spice joint. Kick him out. And they'd say, no, we can't kick him out. You can't kick him out. As long as he stands there. I'm like, you're going to give him $2 at the end so he can buy another spice joint? Like, as long as he stands there the whole time, we're not going to kick him out. We don't kick people out. I'm like, this is ridiculous. That, like, I thought this was supposed to be bettering people and helping improve people's lives because it helped me, and and they wouldn't never kick him out. And then I would start getting frustrated. I'd start yelling at people, and they'd be like, oh, "F you, F you! Why are you trying to stop us from getting our money?" I'm like, "You guys aren't here to do the Tai Chi. You're just here." I stopped taking the $2 because I had a job. I was still homeless, but I had a job, and I got off of drugs. And I was like, I don't even need the $2 anymore. What am I going to do with $2? I'm going to work after this. And eventually I got so fed up with it that I was like, I'm out. You can have somebody else lead this thing. I'm out of here. Because you're not listening to me. They're not listening to me. They're all high and they're all like nodding out. This is dumb. And it helped you because you wanted to help yourself. Yeah. But I was like, like, if you're not going to enforce any sort of rules, at least say, you know, uh, you can't be nodding out and you can't be smoking joints in the middle of the class. If you're not going to enforce at least those minimum rules, I'm not going to participate. I'm out of here. So I stopped going. Years go by and they're still doing this. This is like 6 years ago, 7 years ago, and they're still doing it twice a week, every week. And I go by there every time after I'm out of the gym. I always see them out doing it. And they've messaged me, the people who lead it, they've messaged me. They follow me on Facebook and YouTube and stuff, and they've been like, "Oh, you should come down here and check it out. Like you've done so good. You're like one of our success stories." I'm like, "I'm not one of your success stories. I'm one of my success stories." Like, I'm not one of your success stories. And I told the guy when he messaged me that, I was like, your program is not making success stories. The only way these people are going to get out of that is if they find God. And these two people are anti God Democrats to the core. They go to protests wearing pink PUSSY hats, and they protest ICE and they protest Trump and all this stuff. And I'm like, and then I found out that because one day I was up at the library and I seen him at the table with a guy in a suit, and they're all dressed up. And they're like, Josh, come over here. Come over here. We want you to hear this. And I go and sit down at the table, and they're having like a business meeting, and they're basically pitching their idea for a grant. This is like a government person, and they're like, tell them about the program. And I talked about the program, and I was like, yeah, I like this. Is before I was vexed, but at the time I still liked it. I was like, yeah, I like it. It's a good thing to do in the morning, and it makes you, it's like exercise and kind of like meditation at the same time. It's peaceful and it helps you focus and all this stuff, and every day when I do it, it makes my day better. And um and then they're like, so they explain the thing, and then they ask the dude for $100,000. He's like, so how much are you thinking? And now up to this point I don't really know what's going on. Well, it turns out they're asking for a grant, and for their, because it's a nonprofit. And he's like, "So how much are you thinking?" And they're like, "We were thinking about 100,000." And I went, "What? Huh? 100,000? Do I get a piece of this? What do I get?" Anyway, years later, I run into a dude that used to be in the program too with me. And I was like, "You still do the street Tai Chi?" And he's like, "No, no, no. We all figured out that they're corrupt." And I was like, "Shocker. They're Democrats. They're godless Democrats. What do you expect?" And they run a nonprofit where they pay homeless people and they get grants to pay homeless people who go buy drugs with the money. And he said, this guy told me that they got in some trouble with some sort of like fraud that they were doing with the program. So they had to transfer all of the accounts for the nonprofit into his name, and he's a homeless guy. And so then they had accounts, so the donations to the nonprofit were going into an account in this homeless guy's name, but he didn't have access to the account. They would they would access the account. They were using him because they couldn't do it anymore in their names. And I was like, "What? This is crazy." And now they're trying to make a movie. They took the money and ran. Yeah, well, they're still doing it, but I don't know how they're doing it now. Maybe they got out of trouble or I don't know what. But now they're trying to make a movie and it's like we're going to have a movie and it's like here's the idea, here's the pitch of the movie and we're going to film it in Salt Lake City and we're looking for actors and talented people. Um and it's going to be story of all the successes that we've had, all the people who have moved on and are living great lives. And I bet you they'll like I will be like some sort of character in that movie because he's always messaging me. He's like, "You're one of our greatest successes. I see what you're doing, and wow, you've just grown so much." And I'm like, "Yeah, but that wasn't because of your program. That was because of God. And you guys don't. You guys are against that, and that's why there's still people tweaking in your class." Like, he's like, "Well, I think you should come and visit us one day and talk to everybody." I'm like, "Y'all don't even like me. What do you mean? I'm a I'm a Trump supporter. You're like the antithesis of me." So, I don't know. That's crazy. Anyway, let's keep going. Sorry, I got sidetracked because I saw that in my phone. It blows my mind how I don't know. I hate I don't hate it, but I don't like how Satan will like people who please tell me what time do you usually start the stream? Usually 10:30. How worldly people will prosper in worldly ways. And they're not doing any good, but they're getting rich. That annoys me. But then I have to realize, well, Jesus and the disciples weren't rich. Sometimes there's rich people in the Bible like Solomon or David who become kings, but usually it's the least of us and the people that have the least that are the closest to God. As Jesus says, it's harder for a rich man to enter heaven than camel to pass through the eye of the needle or whatever. Sell all your things and follow me. Oh yeah, 10:30 Mountain Time, 12:30 Eastern Time. Satan is the prince of the world, and he gives his slaves money while he can use them for evil. Yeah, it just it just annoys me. That's why I like seeing. But then on the other hand, then you see Christians who get rich And then they become dang prosperity gospel preachers and stuff. And then like buying, and then you got like what's his name? Kent not Kent Hovind. It's the guy that do you think the Jews want us to fly on a plane with demons? Who's that guy? What's that guy's name? But that dude's evil. All those mega church Joel Osteen's and your, why can't I think of that dude's name? I think it's Ken something. Kenneth Copeland. That's who I'm thinking of. That guy's crazy. Anyway, where are we at? Did we do 20? We're on 27? Yeah. 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 Okay, 27, chapter 27. In the beginning of the reign of Jehoiakim, the son of Josiah, a lot of these chapters are real repetitive. You're getting a little repetitive, Jeremiah. In the beginning of the reign of Jehoiakim, the son of Josiah, king of Judah, came this word unto Jeremiah from the Lord, saying, Thus saith the Lord to me, Make thee bonds and yokes, and put them upon thy neck, and send them to the king of Edom, and to the king of Moab, and to the king of the Ammonites, and to the king of Tyrus, and to the king of Zidon, by the hand of the messengers which came to Jerusalem unto Zedekiah king of Judah, and command them to say unto their masters, Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, Thus shall ye say unto your masters, I have made the earth, the man, and the beasts that are upon the ground, by my great power and by my outstretched arm, and have given it unto whom it shall meet unto me. And now I have given all these lands into the hand of Nebuchadnezzar, the king of Babylon, my servant, and the beasts of the field have I given him also to serve him. And all nations shall serve him and his son's son, until the very time of his land come. And then many nations and great kings shall serve themselves of him. And it shall come to pass that the nation and kingdom which will not serve the same Nebuchadnezzar, the king of Babylon, and that will not put their neck under the yoke of the king of Babylon, that nation will I punish, saith the Lord, with the sword, and with the famine, and with the pestilence, until I have consumed them by his hand. See, that's, remember when he gave him the option, he said, you have 4 options. You either stay here and you get killed in war, you starve to death, or you die from disease, or you go with Nebuchadnezzar and you be a slave. Those are your options. Be a slave or you die. And if you be a slave, you're probably going to die too, but I will keep a remnant. But it's probably not going to be any of you. It might be your children. Verse 9, Therefore hearken not ye to your prophets, nor to your diviners, nor to your dreamers, nor to your enchanters, nor to your sorcerers, which speak unto you, saying, Ye shall not serve the king of Babylon. For they prophesy a lie unto you, to remove you far from your land, and that I should drive you out, and ye should perish. But the nations that bring their neck under the yoke of the king of Babylon, and serve him, those will I let remain still in their own land, saith the Lord, and they shall till it and dwell therein. So you can survive if you be a slave. Look at that. What about that re-examination? Is that not an example of, I mean, I don't know if I'd say it's good slavery, but it's the best option. I mean, you want to die in war, famine, pestilence, or you be a slave for 70 years and you get your land back one day. That's God commanded, beneficial slavery. How about that? There's another one too. It was the I always forget who they were called. It talks about them in one of these books we read it one day. Uh, there was a group of people that Israel took as slaves, and then like it says they took them as slaves. I forget which tribe it was. I forget what they were called. Might have been the Hittites, but I can't remember. But anyway, uh, generations later, God says they were blessed because they served as slaves and they helped build the temple or the tabernacle. I forget which one. And generations later, they're living amongst Israel and they've been adopted into the family of Israel. And God is accepting of it. Usually, God's telling Israel, don't marry the stranger. Um, but God is granting them to marry these strangers because he says they they served me and they came in and they were good slaves and they did the right thing and now they're blessed. So, you know, there's arguments to be made. Slavery's not that bad. I spake also to Zedekiah the king of Judah according to all these words, saying, bring your necks under the yoke of the king of Babylon and serve him and his people and live. Why will ye die, thou and thy people, by the sword, by the famine, and by the pestilence, as the Lord hath spoken against the nation that will not serve the king of Babylon? Therefore hearken not unto the words of the prophets that speak unto you, saying, ye shall not serve the king of Babylon. Did I read this already? For they lie unto you. For I have not sent them, saith the Lord. Yet they prophesy a lie in my name, that I might drive you out, and ye might perish, and the prophets that prophesy unto you. Also I spake to the priests and to all this people, saying, thus saith the Lord, hearken not to the words of your prophets that prophesy unto you, saying, behold, the vessels of the Lord's house shall now shortly be brought again from Babylon, for they prophesy a lie unto you. Hearken not unto them. Serve the king of Babylon and live. Wherefore should the city be laid waste? But if they be prophets, and if the word of the Lord be with them, let them now make intercession to the Lord of hosts, that the vessels which are left in the house of the Lord, and in the house of the king of Judah, and at Jerusalem, go not to Babylon. For thus saith the Lord of hosts concerning the pillars, and concerning the sea, and concerning the bases, and concerning the residue of the vessels that remain in this city, which Nebuchadnezzar king of Babylon took not, when he carried away captive Jeconiah the son of Jehoiakim king of Judah from Jerusalem to Babylon, and all the nobles of Judah and Jerusalem. Yea, thus saith the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, concerning the vessels that remain in the house of the Lord, and in the house of the king of Judah and of Jerusalem. They shall be carried to Babylon, and there shall they be until the day that I visit them, saith the Lord. Then will I bring them up and restore them to this place. Chapter 28. And it came to pass the same year, in the beginning of the reign of Zedekiah, king of Judah, in the 4th year, and in the 5th month, that Hananiah, the son of Azur, the prophet, which was of Gibeon, spoke unto me in the house of the Lord, in the presence of the priests and of all the people, saying, by the way, this is Hananiah's false prophecy. Thus speaketh the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, saying, I have broken the yoke of the king of Babylon. No, you haven't. No, you haven't, Hananiah. You lying. Jeremiah just told you, God said, if a prophet comes and says he can break the yoke of the king of Babylon, he's lying to you. And then you come and say exactly what he said you were going to say. What a jerk. This guy's a real jerk. Within 2 full years will I bring again this place all the vessels of the Lord's house that Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, took away from this place and carried them to Babylon. And I will bring again to this place Jeconiah, the son of Jehoiakim, king of Judah, with all the captives of Judah that went into Babylon, saith the Lord. For I will break the yoke of the king of Babylon. Jeremiah is about to set him straight. Then the prophet Jeremiah said unto the prophet Hananiah in the presence of the priests and in the presence of all the people that stood in the house of the Lord, even the prophet Jeremiah said, Amen, the Lord do so. The Lord perform thy words which thou hast prophesied, to bring again the vessels of the Lord's house and all that is carried away captive from Babylon into this place. Nevertheless, hear thou now this word that I speak in thine ears and in the ears of all the people. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence. The prophet which prophesieth of peace, when the word of the prophet shall come to pass, then shall the prophet be known that the Lord hath truly sent him. Then Hananiah the prophet took the yoke from off the prophet Jeremiah's neck and brake it. And Hananiah spake in the presence of all the people, saying, Thus saith the Lord, even so will I break the yoke of Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, from the neck of all nations within the space of 2 full years. And the prophet Jeremiah went his way. Then the word of the Lord came unto Jeremiah the prophet. After that, after that, Hananiah the prophet that broke the yoke from off the neck of the prophet Jeremiah, saying, Go and tell Hananiah, saying, Thus saith the Lord, Thou hast broken the yokes of wood, but thou shalt make for them yokes of iron. Oh, good job, buddy. Good job, buddy. God said if he comes and says he's going to break the yoke, he's lying to you. And then he broke the yoke of wood, and God said, Oh, good job. You broke the yoke of wood. That's fine. We've got iron. Now it's going to get worse. For thus saith the Lord of hosts, of the God of Israel, I have put a yoke of iron upon the neck of all these nations, that they may serve Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon. Like, you think Nebuchadnezzar is the one doing this? You think Nebuchadnezzar is the one in charge here? God's the one in charge. God's the one putting the yoke on your neck. It's not Nebuchadnezzar. And they shall serve him, and I have given him the beasts of the field also. Then said the prophet Jeremiah unto Hananiah the prophet, Hear now, Hananiah, the Lord hath not sent thee, but thou makest this people to trust in a lie. Therefore, thus saith the Lord, Behold, I will cast thee from off the face of the earth. This year thou shalt die, because thou hast taught rebellion against the Lord. So Hananiah the prophet died the same year in 7 months. The end. That's the end. The build up, and then the final verse just says, So Hananiah the prophet died the same year in the 7th month. Poor Hananiah. Ain't no sense in praying for Hananiah no more. He gone. Oh man, that's funny. I like that story. I'm gonna make a little note here. I'm just gonna write cool story. Cool story, bro. Hananiah, cool story, bro. Tell it again. Up, you can't. You're dead. Cool story, bro. They're all pissed now. They're like, dude, I had a yoke of wood. Now we got a yoke of iron. Iron. Now we got a yoke of iron. This just got way worse. Thanks a lot, Hananiah. That's why there's no book of Hananiah in the Bible, in case you were wondering. Chapter 29. Now these are the words of the letter that Jeremiah the prophet sent from Jerusalem unto the residue of the elders which were carried away captives, and to the priests and to the prophets, and to all the people whom Nebuchadnezzar had carried away captive from Jerusalem to Babylon. This is a wild ride. This prophet tells you the things you don't necessarily want to hear. Right. And then the prophet that tells you what you want to hear turns out to be a liar, and he gets killed. Yep. After that, Jeconiah the king and the queen and the eunuchs and the princes of Judah and Jerusalem and the carpenters and the smiths were departed from Jerusalem. by the hand of Elisah, the son of Shaphan, and Gemariah, the son of Hilkiah, whom Zedekiah, king of Judah, sent unto Babylon to Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, saying, Thus saith the Lord of hosts, of the God of Israel, unto all that are carried away captives, whom I have caused to be carried away from Jerusalem unto Babylon. Build ye houses and dwell in them, and plant gardens and eat the fruit of them. Take ye wives and beget sons and daughters, and take wives for your sons, and give your daughters to husbands, that they may bear sons and daughters, that ye may be increased there and not diminished. And seek the peace of the city, whither I have caused you to be carried away captives, and pray unto the Lord, for it. For in the peace thereof shall ye have peace. For thus saith the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, Let not your prophets and your diviners that be in the midst of you deceive you, neither hearken to your dreams which ye cause to be dreamed. For they prophesy falsely unto you in my name. I have not sent them, saith the Lord. For thus saith the Lord, that after 70 years be accomplished at Babylon, I will visit you, and perform my good word toward you in causing you to return to this place. For I know the thoughts that I think toward you, saith the Lord, thoughts of peace and not of evil, to give you an expected end. Then shall ye call upon me, and ye shall go and pray unto me, and I will hearken unto you. And ye shall seek me and find me, when ye shall search for me with all your heart. I like those verses. For I know the thoughts that I think toward you, saith the Lord, thoughts of peace and not of evil, to give you an expected end. Then ye shall call upon me, and ye shall go and pray unto me, and I will hearken unto you. And ye shall seek me and find me. And when ye shall search for me with all your heart. And I will be found of you, saith the Lord, and I will turn away your captivity, and I will gather you from all the nations and from all the places whither I have driven you, saith the Lord. And I will bring you again into the place whence I caused you to be carried away captive. My highlighter's dying. Because ye have said, The Lord hath raised us up prophets in Babylon. Know that thus saith the Lord of the king that sitteth upon the throne of David, and of all the people that dwelleth in this city, and of your brethren that are not gone forth with you into captivity. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, Behold, I will send upon them the sword, the famine, and the pestilence, and will make them like vile figs that cannot be eaten. They are so evil. And I will persecute them with the sword, with the famine, and with the pestilence, and will deliver them to be removed to all the kingdoms of the earth to be a curse, and an astonishment, and an hissing, and a reproach among all the nations whither I have driven them. Because they have not hearkened to my words, saith the Lord, which I sent unto them by my servants the prophets, rising up early and sending them, but ye would not hear, saith the Lord. 1 second. We're on verse 20. I need a different highlighter. This one's dead. Okay. Verse 20. Hear ye therefore the word of the Lord, all ye of captivity, whom I have sent from Jerusalem to Babylon. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, of Ahab, the son of Kolaiah, and of Zedekiah, the son of Maaseiah, which prophesy a lie unto you in my name. Behold, I will deliver them into the hand of Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, and he shall slay them before your eyes. And of them shall be taken up a curse by all the captivity of Judah which are in Babylon, saying, The Lord make thee like Zedekiah and like Ahab, whom the king of Babylon roasted in the fire. 1 second. That's what hold on. I gotta turn my heat off. Speaking of roasting in the fire, it's getting a little toasty in here. It's getting a little toasty in this room. We're talking about all this fire. That's what Nebuchadnezzar would do. He had a they call it the fiery furnace. The furnace was made uh it was made for I forget. I think it was made for for it was like a kiln for making pottery, and he would put people in it and cook them. Just roast them up. And it wasn't just like burning somebody at the stake or throwing them into a fire. It was like super hot fire. It was made for what's the word? When what is a kiln? What do you do with a kiln with pottery? Anyway, we'll dig deeper into what his furnace was like, because I think a lot of people have the wrong idea of what Nebuchadnezzar's fiery furnace was. And I heard somebody do like a long thing about it. So I'll have to, or maybe I talked about it. I think I talked about it a couple years ago when I talked about Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. But yeah, it was like super hot, and everybody who went in it afterward, there was nothing left of them. They were just dust. But Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego got put in there, and they were just chilling. They were just hanging out. And the soldiers and Nebuchadnezzar looked in, but they saw 4 people in there. So they saw Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, but they saw a 4th person, which uh, people it was either an angel of the Lord or Jesus, whichever, one or the other. But summer is here. Tell Mick Jagger and David Bowie to play Dancing in the Street. Dancing in the street. Because they have committed villainy in Israel, 23, verse 23, chapter 29. Because they have committed villainy in Israel and have committed adultery with their neighbors' wives and have spoken lying words in my name, which I have not commanded them, even I know and am a witness, saith the Lord. Thus shalt thou also speak to Shemaiah and Shemaiah the Nehelamite, saying, Thus speaketh the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, saying, Because thou hast sent letters in thy name unto all the people that are at Jerusalem, and to Zephaniah, the son of Maaseiah, the priest, and to all the priests, saying, The Lord hath made thee priests in the stead of Jehoiada, the priest, that ye should be officers in the house of the Lord. For every man that is mad and maketh himself a prophet, that thou shouldest put him in prison and in the stocks. Now, therefore, why hast thou not reproved Jeremiah of Anathoth, which maketh himself a prophet to you? For therefore he sent unto us in Babylon, saying, This captivity is long. Build ye houses and dwell in them, and plant gardens and eat the fruit of them. And Zephaniah the priest read this letter in the ears of Jeremiah the prophet. By the way, Zephaniah is not one of the false prophets. He has a book in the Bible, I think. Zephaniah, hey guys, that comes right before hey guy. Isaiah, Jeremiah, Lamentations, Ezekiel, Daniel, Hosea, Joel, Amos, Obadiah, Jonah, Micah, Nahum, Habakkuk, Zephaniah. It's after Habakkuk. Zephaniah. Then came the word of the Lord unto Jeremiah, saying, Send to all of them of the captivity, saying, Thus saith the Lord concerning. Did I already read this? No. Concerning Shemaiah the Nehelamite, because that Shemaiah hath prophesied unto you, and I sent him not, and he caused you to trust in a lie. Therefore, thus saith the Lord, Behold, I will punish Shemaiah the Nehelamite and his seed. He shall not have a man to dwell among his people, neither shall he behold the good that I will do for my people, saith the Lord, because he hath taught rebellion against the Lord. Okay, because this is he's the one telling him. Um, all these people keep, all these false prophets keep some coming and saying, it's all gonna be all right. It's not gonna be all right. You're being punished. Why does this one loosen, but this one doesn't? Okay, sorry. Where are we at? Chapter 30? The two lying prophets. Oh, that was the. Yeah. But great song. You know the song? What's the words of the song? Are you thinking of the song that I'm thinking of? The kids' song? Like the Sunday school song? Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Sunday school song. Let me see if this is the right one. Not afraid of the fire. Kids Bible song with lyrics.
Monster Math presents multiplication. Okay, class, let's begin.
This is probably copyright. This is not the song that we used to sing. This is not the song I was thinking of. Let's see this one. It's got.
Let's sing. Yeah, let's sing.
This is in Australia? This is 10 years ago. This might be it. No. No. This is not the one we sang either. No, we had a different one. The Fiery Furnace. This might be it. No, it's not a song. It's a Bible story. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to find it. Sunday school song. I don't speak that language. Yeah, I can't find it. These are not the ones that we sang. I can't remember the lyrics, so I can't look it up. First time hearing it? Well, what's a great song then? You mean the David Bowie song? Anyway, enough of that. Sorry, I got derailed. We're not even at that part yet. We still have still have quite a while to go before we get to Daniel. Actually, we only have 2 books. Lamentations is only like 5 chapters, so not that much farther. And we're going to be in Daniel before much longer. Chapter 30. The word that came to Jeremiah from the Lord, saying, Thus speaketh the Lord God of Israel, saying, Write thee all the words that I have spoken unto thee in a book. For lo, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will bring again the captivity of my people Israel and Judah, saith the Lord. And I will cause them to return to the land that I gave their fathers, and they shall possess it. And these are the words that the Lord spake concerning Israel and concerning Judah. For thus saith the Lord, We have heard a voice of trembling, of fear, and not of peace. Ask ye now, and see whether a man doth travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins, as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness. Alas, for the day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. For it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord of hosts, that I will break his yoke from off thy neck, and will burst thy bonds, and strangers shall no more serve themselves of him. But they shall serve the Lord their God, and David their king, whom I will raise up unto them. Therefore fear thou not, O my servant Jacob, saith the Lord, neither be dismayed, O Israel. For lo, I will save thee from afar, and thy seed from the land of their captivity. And Jacob shall return, and shall be in rest, and be quiet, and none shall make him afraid. For I am with thee, saith the Lord, to save thee. Though I make a full end of all nations whither I have scattered thee, yet will I not make a full end of thee, but I will correct thee in measure, and will not leave thee altogether unpunished. For thus saith the Lord, Thy bruise is incurable, and thy wound is grievous. There is none to plead thy cause, that thou mayest be bound up. Thou hast no healing medicines. All thy lovers have forgotten thee. They seek thee not. For I have wounded thee with the wound of an enemy, with the chastisement of a cruel one, for the multitude of thine iniquity, because thy sins were increased. Why criest thou for thine affliction? Thy sorrow is incurable for the multitude of thine iniquity. Because thy sins were increased, I have done these things unto thee. Therefore all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thine adversaries, every one of them, shall go into captivity. And they that spoil thee shall be spoiled, and all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey. For I will restore health unto thee, and I will heal thee of thy wounds, saith the Lord. Because they called thee an outcast, saying, This is Zion, whom no man seeketh after. Thus saith the Lord, Behold, I will bring again the captivity of Jacob's tents, and have mercy on his dwelling places. And the city shall be builded upon her own heap, and the palace shall remain after the manner thereof. And out of them shall proceed thanksgiving and the voice of them that make merry. I will multiply them, and they shall not be few. I will also glorify them, and they shall not be small. Their children also shall be as aforetime, and their congregation shall be established before me, and I will punish all that oppress them. And their nobles shall be of themselves, and their governor shall proceed from the midst of them, and I will cause him to draw near, and he shall approach unto me. For who is this that engaged his heart to approach unto me, saith the Lord? And ye shall be my people, and I will be your God. Behold, the whirlwind of the Lord goeth forth with fury, a continuing whirlwind. It shall fall with pain upon the head of the wicked. The fierce anger of the Lord shall not return until he have done it, and until he have performed the intents of his heart in the latter days ye shall consider it. The latter days. Holy moly, chapter 31 is huge. Ugh. I'm getting tired. What's up, Shiva? Israel to be restored. And I believe this is still prophecy. So I think that Nebuchadnezzar has come and they're slaves now, or maybe they're not slaves yet. It's not necessarily chronological. Even within books of the Bible, they're not always chronological. Like sometimes it bounces around. Chapter 31. At the same time, saith the Lord, will I be the God of all the families of Israel, and they shall be my people. Thus saith the Lord, the people which were left of the sword found grace in the wilderness, even Israel, when I went to cause him to rest. The Lord hath appeared of old unto me, saying, Yea, I have loved thee with an everlasting love. Therefore, with loving kindness have I drawn thee. Again I will build thee, and thou shalt be built, O Virgin of Israel. Thou shalt again be adorned with thy tabrets, and shalt go forth in the dances of them that make merry. Thou shalt yet plant vines upon the mountains of Samaria. Sorry, I'm trying to scratch an unscratchable spot. Thou shalt plant vines upon the mountains of Samaria. The planter shall plant and shall eat them as common things. For there shall be a day that the watchmen upon the Mount Ephraim shall cry, Arise ye, and let us go up to Zion unto the Lord our God. For thus saith the Lord, Sing with gladness for Jacob, and shout among the chief of the nations. Publish ye, praise ye, and say, O Lord, save thy people, the remnant of Israel. Behold, I will bring them from the north country, and gather them from the coasts of the earth, and with them the blind and the lame, the woman with child, and her that travaileth with child together. A great company shall return thither. They shall come with weeping, and with supplications will I lead them. I will cause them to walk by the rivers of water in a straight way, wherein they shall not stumble. For I am a father to Israel, and Ephraim is my firstborn. Hear the word of the Lord, O ye nations, and declare it in the isles afar off. And say, He that scattered Israel will gather him, and keep him as a shepherd doth his flock. For the Lord hath redeemed Jacob, and ransomed him from the hand of him that was stronger than he. Therefore they shall come and sing in the height of Zion, and shall flow together to the goodness of the Lord, for wheat, and for wine, and for oil, and for the young of the flock and of the herd. And their soul shall be as a watered garden, and they shall not sorrow any more at all. Then shall the virgin rejoice in the dance, both young men and old together. For I will turn their mourning into joy, and will comfort them, and make them rejoice from their sorrow. And I will satiate the soul of the priest with fatness, and my people shall be satisfied with my goodness, saith the Lord. Thus saith the Lord, a voice was heard in Ramah, lamentation and bitter weeping. Rahel, weeping for her children, refused to be comforted for her children, because they were not. Thus saith the Lord, refrain thy voice from weeping, and thine eyes from tears, for thy work shall be rewarded, saith the Lord. And they shall come again from the land of the enemy. And there is hope in thine end, saith the Lord, that thy children shall come again to their own border. I have surely heard Ephraim bemoaning himself thus: Thou hast chastised me, and I was chastised. As a bullock accustomed to the yoke, turn thou me, and I shall be turned. For thou art the Lord our God, my God. Surely after that I was turned, I repented, and after that I was instructed. I smote upon my thigh. I was ashamed, yea, even confounded, because I did bear the reproach of my youth. Is Ephraim my dear son? Is he a pleasant child? For since I spake against him, I do earnestly remember him still. Therefore my bowels are troubled for him. I will surely have mercy upon him, saith the Lord. Set thee up waymarks, make thee high heaps. Set thine heart toward the highway, even the way which thou wentest. Turn again, O virgin Israel, turn again to these thy cities. What's up, Wally? How long wilt thou go about, O thou backsliding daughter? For the Lord hath created a new thing in the earth. A woman shall compass a man. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel: As yet they shall use this speech in the land of Judah and in the cities thereof, when I shall bring again their captivity. The Lord bless thee, O habitation of justice and mountain of holiness. And there shall dwell in Judah itself and in all the cities thereof together husbandmen, and they that go forth with flocks. For I have satiated the weary soul, and I have replenished every sorrowful soul. This is a long chapter. Upon this I awakened and beheld, and my sleep was sweet unto me. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will sow the house of Israel and the house of Judah with the seed of man and with the seed of beast. And it shall come to pass that like I have watched over them to pluck up and to break down and to throw down and to destroy and to afflict, so I will watch over them to build and to plant, saith the Lord. In those days they shall say no more, The fathers have eaten a sour grape, and the children's teeth are set on edge. But everyone shall die for his own iniquity. Every man that eateth the sour grape, his teeth shall be set on edge. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah, not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day that I took them by the hand to bring them out of the land of Egypt, which my covenant they break, although thou was an husband unto them, saith the Lord. But this shall be the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel. After those days, saith the Lord, I will put my law in their inward parts and write it in their hearts, and will be their God, and they shall be my people. And they shall teach no more every man his neighbor, and every man his brother, saying, Know the Lord, for they shall all know me, from the least of them unto the greatest of them, saith the Lord. For I will forgive their iniquity, and I will remember their sin no more. Thus saith the Lord, which giveth the sun for a light by day, and the ordinance of the moon and of the stars for a light by night, which divideth the sea when the waves thereof roar. The Lord of hosts is his name. If those ordinances depart from before me, saith the Lord, then the seed of Israel also shall cease from being a nation before me forever. Thus saith the Lord, if heaven above can be measured, and the foundations of the earth searched out beneath, I will also cast off all the seed of Israel for all that they have done, saith the Lord. How's being British going? Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that my city shall be built to the Lord from the tower of Hananiel unto the gate of the corner. And the measuring line shall yet go forth over against it upon the hill Gareb, and shall compass about Goath, and the whole valley of the dead bodies and of the ashes, and all the fields unto the brook of Kidron, unto the corner of the horse gate toward the east. shall be holy unto the Lord. It shall not be plucked up nor thrown down any more forever. Shiva Bobiva Banana Fana Fofiva. Jeremiah's kind of repetitive, but I like it. He's going to get imprisoned again? I'm skipping ahead. Jeremiah's always getting in prison. He locked up. They won't let me out. Who's Gedaliah? I don't remember that name. Baruch. Oh, yeah. So Jeremiah covers the whole being taken into captivity, the slavery for 70 years, and the fall of Babylon. By the time we get to the end of it, it's going to cover that whole period. And then I think Ezekiel kind of reiterates it. I don't know. But and then Daniel is about more detail on during the time while they were under Nebuchadnezzar, because Daniel worked for Nebuchadnezzar. God save Queen Victoria in the King's Village Green. I don't know what that means. We're at 32. Chapter 32. Holy moly. We got a long way to go till we get to 35. I think these are like the biggest chapters so far. Chapter 32. The field of Anathoth. The word that came to Jeremiah from the Lord in the 10th year of Zedekiah, king of Judah, which was the 18th year of Nebuchadnezzar. For then the king of Babylon's army besieged Jerusalem, and Jeremiah the prophet was shut up in the court of the priests of the prison, which was in the king of Judah's house. For Zedekiah, king of Judah, had shut him up, saying, Wherefore dost thou prophesy and say, Thus saith the Lord, Behold, I will give this city into the hand of the king of Babylon, and he shall take it. So Jeremiah just keeps saying over and over again, bro, Babylon's going to come and they're going to capture us. God told me. God said so. And Zedekiah is getting tired of it. Zedekiah's like, you keep saying this, Jeremiah, and I don't like it. Why are you besmirching my city? So Zedekiah locks up Jeremiah again. And Zedekiah, king of Judah, shall not wait. Thus saith the Lord, I will give, and he shall take it. Okay, verse 4. And Zedekiah, king of Judah, shall not escape out of the hand of the Chaldeans, but shall surely be delivered into the hand of the king of Babylon, and shall speak with him mouth to mouth, and his eyes shall behold his eyes. And he shall lead Zedekiah to Babylon, and there shall he be until I visit him, saith the Lord. Though ye fight with the Chaldeans, ye shall not prosper. And Jeremiah said, The word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Behold, Hanamiel, the son of Shallum, thine uncle, shall come unto thee, saying, Buy thee my field that is in Anathoth, for the right of redemption is thine to buy it. So Hanamiel, mine uncle's son, came to me in the court of the prison, according to the word of the Lord, and said unto me, Buy my field, I pray thee, that is in Anathoth, which is in the country of Benjamin. For the right of inheritance is thine, and the redemption is thine. Buy it for thyself. Then I knew that this was the word of the Lord. And I bought the field of Hanamiel, my uncle's son, that was in Anathoth, and weighed him the money, even 17 shekels of silver. Dang, 17 shekels of silver get you a chunk of land back then? And I subscribed the evidence and sealed it, and took witnesses and weighed him the money in the balances. So I took the evidence of the purchase, both that which was sealed according to the law and custom, and that which was open. And I gave the evidence of the purchase unto Baruch, the son of Neriah, the son of Maaseiah. That's I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Messiah. Maybe it's just Messiah. It's not Messiah. It's Maaseiah. In the sight of Hanamiel, mine uncle's son, and in the presence of the witness that subscribed the book of the purchase, before all the Jews that sat in the court of the prison. And I charged Baruch before them, saying, Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, take these evidences, this evidence of the purchase, both which is sealed and this evidence which is open, and put them in an earthen vessel, that they may continue many days. For thus saith the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, houses and fields and vineyards shall be possessed again in this land. Now when I had delivered the evidence of the purchase unto Baruch the son of Neriah, I prayed unto the Lord, saying, Ah, Lord God, behold, thou hast made the heaven and the earth by thy great power and stretched out arm, and there is nothing too hard for thee. Thou showest loving kindness unto thousands, and recompensest the iniquity of the fathers into the bosom of their children after them. The great, the mighty God, the Lord of hosts, is his name. Great in counsel and mighty in work, for thine eyes are open upon all the ways of the sons of men, to give every one according to his ways and according to the fruit of his doings, which has set signs and wonders in the land of Egypt, even unto this day, and in Israel and among other men, and hast made thee a name as at this day, and hast brought forth thy people Israel out of the land of Egypt with signs and with wonders and with a strong hand and with a stretched out arm and with great terror, and hast given them this land which thou didst swear to their fathers to give them, a land flowing with milk and honey. And they came in and possessed it. But they obeyed not thy voice, neither walked in thy law. They have done nothing of all that thou commandest them to do. Therefore thou hast caused all this evil to come upon them. Behold the mounts. Behold the mounts. They are come unto the city to take it. And the city is given into the hand of the Chaldeans that fight against it, because of the sword and of the famine and of the pestilence. And what thou hast spoken is come to pass, and behold, thou seest it. And thou hast said unto me, O Lord God, buy thee the field for money, and take witnesses, for the city is given into the hand of the Chaldeans. Then came the word of the Lord unto Jeremiah, saying, Behold, I am the Lord, the God of all flesh. Is there anything too hard for me? Therefore, thus saith the Lord, Behold, I will give this city into the hand of the Chaldeans, and into the hand of Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, and he shall take it. And the Chaldeans that fight against this city shall come and set fire on this city, and burn it with the houses, upon whose roofs they have offered incense unto Baal, and poured out drink offerings unto other gods, to provoke me to anger. For the children of Israel and the children of Judah have only done evil before me from their youth. For the children of Israel have only provoked me to anger with the works of their hands, saith the Lord. For this city hath been to me as a provocation of mine anger and of my fury from the day that they built it, even unto this day, that I should remove it from before my face. Because of all the evil of the children of Israel and of the children of Judah, which they have done to provoke me to their anger, they, their kings, their princes, their priests, and their prophets, and the men of Judah, and the inhabitants of Jerusalem. And they have turned unto me the back, and not the face. Though I taught them, rising up early and teaching them, yet they have not hearkened to receive instruction. But they set their abominations in the house, which is called by my name, to defile it. And they built the high places of Baal, which are in the valley of the son of Hinnom, to cause their sons and their daughters to pass through the fire unto Molech, which I commanded them not. Neither came it into my mind that they should do this abomination to cause Judah to sin. You hear that, Shiva? And now, therefore, thus saith the Lord, the God of Israel, concerning this city, whereof ye say, it shall be delivered into the hand of the king of Babylon by the sword, and by the famine, and by the pestilence. Behold, I will gather them out of all countries, whither I have driven them in my anger, and in my fury, and in great wrath. And I will bring them again unto this place, and I will cause them to dwell safely. And they shall be my people, and I will be their God. And I will give them one heart and one way, that they may fear me forever, the good of them and of their children after them. See, there's original blessings of the Father, instead of just curses of the Father. And I will make an everlasting covenant with them, that I will not turn away from them to do them good. But I will put my fear in their hearts, that they shall not depart from me. Yea, I will rejoice over them to do them good, and I will plant them in this land assuredly with my whole heart and with my whole soul. For thus saith the Lord, like as I have brought all this great evil upon this people, so will I bring upon them all the good that I have promised them. So God brought evil upon the people. And fields shall be brought in this land, whereof ye say, it is desolate without man or beast. It is given into the hand of the Chaldeans. Men shall buy fields for money, and subscribe evidences, and seal them, and take witnesses in the land of Benjamin, and in the places about Jerusalem, and in the cities of Judah, and in the cities of the mountains, and in the cities of the valley, and in the cities of the south, for I will cause their captivity to return, saith the Lord. I think this next part is messianic prophecy. We are at 33. We're going to do 33 and 34, and then I'm going to call it. I'm wondering. Nah, never mind. That's the good news. What's up? Pain zombie ghosting. All right, 33 is it's not huge. 34 is short. As far as Jeremiah goes, 34 is a pretty short one. All right. The branch of righteousness. Chapter 33. Moreover, the word of the Lord came unto Jeremiah the second time, while he was yet shut up in the court of the prison, saying, Thus saith the Lord, the maker thereof, the Lord that formed it to establish it, the Lord is his name. Call unto me, and I will answer thee, and show thee great and mighty things which thou knowest not. For thus saith the Lord, the God of Israel, concerning the houses of this city, and concerning the houses of the kings of Judah, which are thrown down by the mounts and by the sword. They come to fight with the Chaldeans, but it is to fill them with the dead bodies of men whom I have slain in my anger and in my fury, and for all whose wickedness I have hid my face from this city. Behold, I will bring it health and cure, and I will cure them and will reveal unto them the abundance of peace and truth. And I will cause the captivity of Judah and the captivity of Israel to return, and will build them as at the first. And I will cleanse them from all their iniquity, whereby they have sinned against me. And I will pardon all their iniquities, whereby they have sinned and whereby they have transgressed against me. And it shall be to me a name of joy, a praise and an honor before all the nations of the earth, which shall hear all the good that I do unto them. And they shall fear and tremble for all the goodness and for all the prosperity that I procure unto it. Don't let the prosperity gospel people read that. Thus saith the Lord, again there shall be heard in this place, which ye say shall be desolate without man and without beasts, even in the cities of Judah and in the streets of Jerusalem that are desolate without man and without inhabitant and without beast. The voice of joy and the voice of gladness, the voice of the bridegroom and the voice of the bride, the voice of them that shall say, praise the Lord of hosts, for the Lord is good, for his mercy endureth forever, and of them that shall bring the sacrifice of praise unto the house of the Lord. For I will cause to return the captivity of the land, as at the first, saith the Lord. Verse 12. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, again in this place, which is desolate without man and without beast, and in all the cities of thereof, shall be an habitation of shepherds, causing their flocks to lie down. In the cities of the mountains, in the cities of the vale, and in the cities of the south, and in the land of Benjamin, and in the places about Jerusalem, and in the cities of Judah, shall the flocks pass again under the hands of him that telleth them, saith the Lord. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will perform that good thing which I have promised unto the house of Israel and to the house of Judah. In those days, and at that time, will I cause the branch of righteousness to grow up unto David, and he shall execute judgment and righteousness in the land. See, I think that's talking about Jesus, because he's often referred to as a vine or a branch, the branch of David. In those days shall Judah be saved, and Jerusalem shall dwell safely. And this is the name wherewith she shall be called, the Lord our righteousness. For thus saith the Lord, David shall never want a man to sit upon the throne of the house of Israel. Neither shall the priests, the Levites, want a man before me to offer burnt offerings and to kindle meat offerings and to do sacrifice continually. And the word of the Lord came unto Jeremiah, saying, Thus saith the Lord, if ye can break my covenant of the day and my covenant of the night, and that there should not be day and night in their season, then may also my covenant be broken with David, my servant, that he should not have a son to reign upon his throne, and with the Levites, the priests, my ministers. As the host of heaven cannot be numbered, neither the sand of the sea be measured, so will I multiply the seed of David, my servant, and the Levites that minister unto me. Moreover, the word of the Lord came to Jeremiah, saying, Considerest thou not what this people have spoken, saying, The two families which the Lord hath chosen, he hath even cast them off? Thus they have despised my people, that they should be no more a nation before them. That they should be no more a nation before them. Thus saith the Lord, if my covenant be not with day and night, and if I have not appointed the ordinances of heaven and earth, then will I cast away the seed of Jacob and David my servant, so that I will not take any of his seed to be rulers over the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. For I will cause their captivity to return and have mercy on them. We got one chapter left. The warning to Zedekiah. Zephaniah. Zedekiah is not a book. Zephaniah is a book. Okay. Last sippy. All right. This one's not super long. Yeah, we're stopping at 35. We'll do one more chapter. This is the warning to Zedekiah. Zedekiah set a fire. Bars. Chapter 34. The word which came unto Jeremiah from the Lord, when Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, and all his army, and all the kingdoms of the earth, of his dominion, and all the people fought against Jerusalem, and fought against all the cities thereof, saying, enough of that. Thus saith the Lord, the God of Israel, go and speak to Zedekiah, king of Judah, and tell him, thus saith the Lord, behold, I will give this city into the hand of the king of Babylon, and he shall burn it with fire. And thou shalt not escape out of his hand, but shalt surely be taken and delivered into his hand. And thine eyes shall behold the eyes of the king of Babylon, and he shall speak with thee mouth to mouth, and thou shalt go to Babylon. Yet hear the word of the Lord, O Zedekiah, king of Judah. Thus saith the Lord of thee, thou shalt not die by the sword, but thou shalt die in peace, and with the burnings of thy fathers, the former kings which were before thee. So shall they burn odors for thee, and they will lament thee, saying, Ah, Lord, for I have pronounced the word, saith the Lord. I have pronounced the word, saith the Lord. He spoke it. Then Jeremiah the prophet spake all these words unto Zedekiah, king of Judah and Jerusalem. When the king of Babylon's army fought against Jerusalem and against all the cities of Judah that were left, against Lachish and against Azekah, for these defense cities remained of the cities of Judah. This is the word that came unto Jeremiah from the Lord, after that the king Zedekiah had made a covenant with all the people which were at Jerusalem to proclaim liberty unto them, that every man should let his manservant and every man his maidservant, being an Hebrew or an Hebrewess, go free. Every man should let his manservant and every man his maidservant, being an Hebrew or an Hebrewess, go free. That none should serve himself of them, to wit, of a Jew his brother. So, if you have Jewish slaves, set them free. Now, when all the princes and all the people which had entered into the covenant heard that everyone should let his manservant and everyone his maidservant go free, that none should serve themselves of them any more, then they obeyed and let them go. Look at that. Ending slavery. At least for the Israelites, but they're about to become slaves. So before Babylon comes and takes them over and makes them slaves, he says, set your Israelite slaves free. You're not supposed to be having your brothers as slaves anyway. Didn't I tell you that? Didn't God tell you that in the beginning? I'm pretty sure that's in Leviticus. But afterward they turned and caused the servants and the handmaids whom they had let go free to return, and brought them into subjection for servants and for handmaids. Wow. So they set them free and they came back? Shocker. That doesn't happen every single time people release slaves. Therefore the word of the Lord came to Jeremiah from the Lord, saying, thus saith the Lord, the God of Israel, I made a covenant with your fathers in the day that I brought them forth out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondmen, saying, at the end of 7 years, let ye go every man his brother in Hebrew, which hath been sold unto thee. And when he hath served thee 6 years, thou shalt let him go free from thee. But your fathers hearkened not unto me, neither inclined their ear. And ye were now turned and had done right in my sight in proclaiming liberty every man to his neighbor, and ye had made a covenant before me in the house which is called by my name. But ye turned and polluted my name, and caused every man his servant and every man his handmaid, whom he had set at liberty at their pleasure, to return, and brought them into subjection to be unto you for servants and for housemaids. I told you to let them go, and then they turned around and came back to you, and you made them slaves again. Therefore, thus saith the Lord, ye have not hearkened unto me, in proclaiming liberty every one to his brother, and every man to his neighbor. Behold, I proclaim a liberty for you, saith the Lord, to the sword, to the pestilence, and to the famine, and I will make you to be removed into all the kingdoms of the earth. Behold, I got liberty for you. You want liberty? God's like, I got liberty for you. You're gonna die or you're gonna be a slave. That's your liberty. You have the right. You have the right to choose. You can choose to die or be a slave. Those are your options. And I will give the men that have transgressed my covenant, which have not performed the words of the covenant, which they had made before me, when they cut the calf in twain and passed between the parts thereof. The princes of Judah and the princes of Jerusalem, the eunuchs and the priests, and all the people of the land which passed between the parts of the calf. I will even give them into the hand of their enemies, and into the hand of them that seek their life. And their dead bodies shall be for meat unto the fowls of the heavens, and to the beasts of the earth. And Zedekiah, king of Judah, and his princes will I give into the hand of their enemies, and into the hand of them that seek their life, and into the hand of the king of Babylon's army, which are gone up from you. Behold, I will command, saith the Lord, and cause them to return to this city, and they shall fight against it, and take it, and burn it with fire. And I will make the cities of Judah a desolation without an inhabitant. And that is chapter 34, which means that's 10 chapters. I'm all done for today. My eyes are really heavy. It's my bedtime. It's my bedtime. I gotta go to bed. Let's see if I think I got a text. Who is that? Who the heck is this? All right. He hasn't got back to me yet. Anyway, yeah. I'm sleepy, guys. I'm gonna head to bed. Thanks for hanging out. Tomorrow morning we'll do Friday mornings is not Bible study morning. Friday mornings we usually review some videos. I'm gonna be working on Resident Evil 9 again, 100% completion. I should be able to. I should get pretty close to 100% completion this weekend. If I can finish the run that I'm on, start another run, start another speed run with no heals. Speed run, no heals, under 4 hours, beat it, and then do a collection run. I can probably do that all this weekend. Then that means if I do a collection run this weekend and I do a speed run this weekend, then I will have everything done in the game except for insanity mode. And I think I messed up the final puzzle. I don't think I'm going to be able to do the final puzzle, even though I got that stupid doll. I got that doll, but they're saying that you have to have it in your inventory for the whole rest of the game, which I don't know why. Because I don't think it ever. I put it in a box. I put it in my item box, and I don't think I ever get to go back to the item box as Grace. And it needs to be in my inventory when I beat the game. Since it's not, I put it away and proceeded with the game. Now I can't finish the game with it in my inventory. It's in my item box. So I don't think I'm going to be able to do the final puzzle yet. But I'm pretty sure we'll have it mostly done this weekend. And then that means next weekend, all I have to do is beat it on insanity mode, which is going to be easy once I have unlimited ammo and a rocket launcher. And unlimited ammo for all my guns. Then I can just run it on insanity with Requiem and just blast everything with Requiem. And then every time there's a boss fight with Leon, just bust out the rocket launcher and infinite ammo rocket launcher everything. And then once I beat it on insanity with all that, then that's 100%. So this weekend I'll probably be at like 90%, and then next weekend I'll probably finish it. And then we got to go back to Borderlands because Daddy Jub got me Borderlands, but I knew Resident Evil 9 was coming out. So we need to 100% complete Resident Evil so I can go back to Borderlands. There's a new DLC for Borderlands coming out with a new character. Did you know that, Wally? Cash. He's like a Western gunslinger. He looks really cool. There's a longer Borderlands than other ones because I don't know. I think I'm pretty close to beating it, but Borderlands 2, I had every character max level pretty quickly. This one, I haven't even beat it with the first character yet. Yes, the Cash DLC. Yeah, so I need to hurry up and 100% complete Resident Evil. So I need to do a no heal speed run. I need to do a collection run. So that's 2 runs. And then I need to do an insanity run. So I got to run through it 3 more times, which I'm getting to where I can run through it. Like this current run that I'm on is going to be like a 5-hour run. But I did a lot of extra stuff for little side achievements or, towards the 100%. The next run I do probably be 3.5 hours, 3 hours. I'm just going to run through. I'm just going to burn through it. I'm not going to heal. I'm not going to take damage. So we'll work on that this weekend. Ellie is coming back in this one too. Yeah, that guy looks cool. Is it going to be a free DLC or how much is the DLC going to cost? Do you know? I'm tuning in to read the Bible with you, Mr. Josh, but if you play some Borderlands, I will watch that too. We were playing Borderlands and then Resident Evil came out. So I got sidetracked, but once I 100% Resident Evil 9, then I will go back to Borderlands. I've already beat Resident Evil 9. Unfortunately, the run that I'm currently on is at 3 hours on the clock. And I still have I don't think I'm going to make it in under 4 hours. Not sure how much it is. It's part of the season pass too. So that's what we're doing tomorrow. There's some stuff I want to watch. I want to watch I'm going to try tomorrow. I'm going to try to play the Candace Owens documentary about Charlie Kirk's wife to react to it while I play Resident Evil. So that's what we're going to be doing tomorrow morning. I don't know how copyright that is. I don't know how strict she is with her videos being played, but I haven't watched it yet. It's been out for like 2 weeks, and I haven't watched it yet, and I'm kind of curious what sort of crazy stuff she's going to say. But I'm going to watch that while I play Resident Evil tomorrow. And then Friday night, I don't know. I don't know. I might skip VK this week, or I might just show up late or something, because I kind of want to. There's a few things I want to cover Friday night. Millie wants to get back in when the DLC is out too. Nice. We need one more person. We can have four people. We gotta find one more person to play. But anyway, I'm gonna head out, guys. I gotta go to bed. Thank you guys for hanging out. God bless you. And I will see you back here tomorrow morning. I'm gone. Deuces.